guys, it's Remy and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm coming at you guys with a video that has been so ridiculously highly requested, and I thought that I would just like sit on my bed here and just chill with you. I wrote up a list on my notes and I just wanted to go over a bunch of stuff with you guys all about my weight loss journey. Also, thank you so much to Lifesum for sponsoring this video. I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about because I talked about it a ton on my channel, but it's been almost a full year, my 1 year anniversary of starting this whole lifestyle change journey, everything like that. So I thought that now would be a really good time to talk about it, also because I'm in a really good mental state right now with it. And if you guys want more videos talking more about like the mental and emotional side of losing weight versus just the physical side, like kind of diving into that, I would love to make videos about that for you guys. Just let me know. I'd love to do a video talking about things that I didn't know were going to happen with losing weight, things that I didn't expect to happen, things that have changed me, and all that sort of stuff. So if you guys want that, let me know. But in today's video, it's gonna be just very informational and just little tips and tricks and things that I learned, things that I've heard from other people, things that I actually have gone through and actually applied to my lifestyle that helped me start this whole weight loss journey and start this whole new different lifestyle, and just like little things like that. So yeah, I feel like I rambled a lot. If you guys like this video and you want more just like chill talking videos like this, informational stuff, give this video a big thumbs up so I know. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's just get started. Alright, so as I said, I made a very long list, so we're just gonna get to it. The first thing that I have to say, if you are looking to start a weight loss journey or just lose, you know, it doesn't matter how much weight you're trying to lose, whether it's a large amount, whether it's a small amount, whether it's just to become healthier, do it for you and do it for you only. I promise you that is the only way that this, or honestly, what I've learned, anything is going to stick in your life, is when you are doing it for you and for you only, not because someone's telling you to do it, whether it's a family member or a friend or people commenting online that you need to do something. You can do it for them, but it's not gonna fully stick and it's not gonna become sustainable, because that is the key thing. You want this to become a sustainable lifestyle that you can keep up for the rest of your life. That is the number one most important thing that I took away from this whole thing. I tried so many times to lose weight throughout the years, so many different like crash diets and this and that, but finally this time it stuck, and it was genuinely because I was just doing it for me, for my health, because I wanted to get healthy, not because of vain reasons, which if you're doing it for vain reasons, that's totally fine. You can do it for whatever reasons you want, but for me it was truly just to become healthy, to live a longer life, to live a happier life, and all around for myself. So that's what happened. Next up, this is something that I learned the hard way. It's something that I'm still going through right now, and that is setting a number goal for you, or just setting too specific of goals that are technically achievable, but I can guarantee, and I'm saying this right now because I'm going through it right now, once you get down to that goal that you had set yourself, you're not gonna fully be as happy as you thought that you would be. I know that sounds super weird, but when I started a year ago, I told myself when I get down to this exact weight, I am gonna be happy. I'm gonna be so content, this and that. I'm not gonna wanna change anything. I'm just gonna be finally happy with myself. Let me tell you, I am, as of today, I think like 5 pounds or a little less than 5 pounds away from that goal. And I can honestly say I am so much happier, healthier, more confident, all these amazing things that came with losing the weight since I was a year ago. But I can also tell you that when I lose, you know, the 3-4 pounds left that I do have, I already know right now I'm not gonna be as happy as I thought that I was going to be. And also, I've talked about this before, but it has come with so much more baggage than I thought that it would. So that's a big, big, big tip I can tell you after going through it now, is don't set too many specific goals. Don't say like, I want my waist to get this many inches and my hips at this inch and this and that, because everybody's different. You don't know what's gonna happen when you lose the weight. You don't know where you're gonna lose the weight first. It doesn't just all kind of like evenly come off. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Just, I think keeping the idea of like, I want to just be healthier is really good. That's healthy mentally, that's healthy physically. And then also just keeping in mind that you're never going to fully be happy and, you know, not want to change anything, because we're human beings and it's natural to do that. So I think once you keep that in mind, and I wish I could tell myself this a year ago, it's going to be so much better for you mentally, physically, and emotionally. That is a very big tip as well. Next up, this is make small changes. Why am I reading it like this? Make small changes that lead to a big change. When you are starting a weight loss journey, it is huge and it is very intimidating, and you just kind of feel like you're like hit by a truck. Like there's so much coming at you at one time and you're overwhelmed and all these sorts of things. Just make little changes. Start with like the little things, and these small changes will snowball into a big change, and it's so much less overwhelming when you do it that way. So, you know, first off, just start by exercising, you know, incorporating like once or twice a week into your routine, or as much as you possibly can, obviously, is the best. But, you know, if you're living a very sedentary lifestyle like I was, like completely sedentary, once a week, totally doable. You know, change your drinks over from sodas to just drinking water, or, you know, if you're going to get cheeseburgers and just switch out the bun for lettuce, just like small things like that. And those changes that you start incorporating on a regular basis will lead to really big changes. Also, let me just say, with everything in this video, I know it's so much easier said than done. Honestly, these things really will help, and if you really do try, you can't go wrong. Stop eating by a certain time, or you can try different things like intermittent fasting and things like that. I myself tried intermittent fasting and I realized it's not for me. It did not go very well for me. But I tried it for a week and it just wasn't for me, so I stopped doing that. Also, let me say, in the beginning of my health journey, when I still had a lot more weight to lose, I was very, very strict on myself, almost to the point where I was too strict on myself. But I have gotten to a place now where I'm more accepting and things like that, so I'm a little bit more lenient with myself now, and sometimes I'll eat, you know, later and things like that. But for the most part, I still try to keep this one up, and that is I stop eating by about 7:30 or 8 p.m. every night. Again, I tried the intermittent fasting thing, so I started trying to eat from 12 to 8, but I just get really hungry in the morning. I work out a lot. I want to eat breakfast, so I just eat my breakfast. But for me, I trained myself just to stop eating by a certain point at night, and that has really helped me. So that's just a tip if you guys want to try that out. It really helps me a lot. My next tip is to find an app or just something to help you guys out, whether it's like workout videos online or anything like that. Things that are just gonna help you kind of like give that little push that you need. I've talked about this in a couple videos already, but I love it so much. And honestly, a lot of my friends who are also going through their whole weight loss journeys love it too. I always see them talk about it on their videos, which is so cool. LifeSum is this amazing app where they basically have every like fitness app you could imagine just all condensed into one, which is really great. If you are interested in tracking calories, I know a lot of people do that to lose weight and it helps them, and honestly it makes a lot of sense. Just for me personally, I have never done that throughout my whole process, but if you want to, you have that option on there. There's also a workout tracker, so you can keep track of all your calories you're burning and if you're in a deficit and things like that, which obviously when losing weight you want to be in a deficit, so that helps out a lot. You can track how much water you're drinking, which is so important to make sure that you're staying hydrated. Side note, that's another little tip I want to give you guys, is just drink so much water. A lot of times your body tricks you into thinking that you're hungry when really you're just dehydrated and you need water. So that's really good, is just to stay on that and keep track of how much water you're intaking. And then also my favorite part about LifeSum, which I've talked about this before, is the fact that they have an amazing recipe gallery on there. They have so many different like healthy recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. If you're craving Asian food, there's a bunch of different like Asian inspired recipes and things like that. It's super easy to navigate and the recipes are honestly really good. So yeah, I love LifeSum. It's a really great app to use, especially if you guys again are just starting out and you're feeling overwhelmed. It's really easy to navigate and honestly just a really great app. As we all know, if you watch any of my vlogs or my main channel videos, I actually have learned to love working out. If you guys want a full workout routine, I did that video. I will leave it linked down below, or I'm gonna put it in a card up here. You guys can like click that if you guys want to watch it. I'm not gonna talk too much about workouts and things like that in this video because again, it's more about your lifestyle change. But I will say, I have learned to love working out. That doesn't mean that every single day I wake up and I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to go spin for 45 minutes or do this or that. Like, trust me, there are mornings where, especially even yesterday morning, I was like, dear God, I would rather, I don't even know, eat a cockroach than go work out right now. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but I don't know where I was going with that. But I will say the biggest thing that I can recommend is to find a workout that you love. I express this in the workout routine, but genuinely find something that you love doing. I love spin classes because they're really fun. I get to dance and they're 45 minutes, they're in the dark, no one's looking at me, and it's the best thing ever. So that's what I do, but I know so many people that hate spin classes and love doing power yoga or love doing this or that or whatever it is. Find what you like and stick with it. But I will say also you need to kind of do things you don't always want to do. Like recently I've started taking this running class, which I hate running more than anything in this world. But I will say after I finish it, I feel so good. So I've been forcing myself only once a week. That's as much as I could possibly take to do it. And it's hard and I hate going, but then when I'm done, I feel so good. And to me, it's worth the endorphins and all that after. So That is the tip. Also another thing, I actually more so just kind of learned this within the past couple months. In the beginning, when I wanted to lose all the weight, I was like cardio, 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 cardio. All I did, I'd go to the gym, I'd work out for just an hour on the treadmill or the elliptical or this or that. That is not correct. And again, I've learned this the hard way. You definitely want to incorporate cardio. Cardio is very important. You want to get your heart rate up, all that sort of stuff. There is this term that I learned from when you do too much cardio, you obviously are just burning fat, but you're not really gaining muscle. Then you can become something called skinny fat, which is just basically where you don't have muscle and you've lost your fat, and you can also get a lot of loose skin from sort of things like that. A lot of people always ask me how I dealt with loose skin and how I deal with it and all that sort of stuff. And I can honestly say I don't really have any loose skin from the weight loss because I incorporated strength training pretty early on along with the cardio rather than just hours and hours of cardio every day. Also, I mean, I'm not a health expert obviously, but I've heard that if you do mass amounts of cardio or just working out in general, your body starts to get used to that obviously. So when you keep doing that same amount, even if it's an hour of cardio every single day, your body starts getting used to it and burns less calories for the same amount of working out you're doing. So you want to kind of shock your body, do different workouts and things like that. And strength training is really, really, really important along with doing cardio. So that's a really good way to build muscle, burn fat, and try and avoid loose skin as much as possible, especially when you have a very large amount of weight to lose. So that is definitely a really, really, really big tip that I learned. Next up, it is to cut things out of your diet if you just don't want to consume them anymore, or if they're making you kind of feel sick. For me personally, right before I started this whole health journey, I realized that I was getting very sick from dairy and lactose products and also red meat. They were making me feel really lethargic and just not good, so I decided just to cut them out of my diet. Now that's not to say I don't have it sometimes. Trust me, I love a good cheeseburger every once in a while, this and that. I'm not completely like cutting them out, but it's pretty rare for me to do that. For the most part, I don't eat dairy and I don't eat red meat anymore, and I honestly feel a lot better all the time. Maybe eggs upset your stomach, maybe it's specific vegetables or things, anything like that. Figure out kind of what makes you not feel your best and then just cut that out. Next tip, do not weigh yourself every day. I made this mistake in the beginning. I was weighing myself every single day and I'd go crazy like, oh my gosh, why didn't I lose a pound today? What's happening? Like, why am I gaining weight? This and that. Like, your body it's going through a lot, and you're just gonna go through waves and you're gonna hit plateaus, and if you're weighing yourself every day in a plateau, like, it is the most discouraging thing ever. So I usually weigh myself like maybe once a week now, maybe once every couple weeks, just when I'm like, oh, I should probably weigh myself. Like, I haven't done it in a while. But I will say again, that's coming out of weighing myself every single day, being so hard on myself and kind of kicking myself when I was already down. I know it's easier said than done, but don't pay attention to the number on the scale as well. For the past like 4 months or so, I've been within the same like 5-pound range or so, but I work out very often. I live a very healthy lifestyle for the most part, and for a long time I was really discouraged. But even though I've been kind of within the same 5-pound range or so, I can tell you I feel so much stronger and so much more confident and just so much better in my skin now than I did even a couple months ago. So really just don't pay attention to the number on the scale because it really doesn't mean much. I even have a scale that breaks down like water weight, bone mass, BMI, all that sort of stuff. And even with that, it doesn't fully help. So just kind of, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You can do measurements if you want with like a tape measure. I know people do that. I never did that. I'm just really lazy. But I just kind of go off how I feel and how I'm feeling in the moment, and that's basically it, and it's really worked for me. Last few things, don't be too hard on yourself because again, this needs to be sustainable if you want to live this healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. It is so important to have your treat meals. I don't really like saying cheat meals because nobody likes cheating on anything, but have your treat meals. It's totally fine. I don't think if you have a treat, I should do a whole video all about treat meals, honestly. If you have a treat meal, that's fine. Internalize it and then move on with your day. Don't hate yourself. Don't just binge for the rest of the day because you already did. Trust me again, I've been through it all. I know how you're feeling, but let yourself have some fun. A big thing that I've taught myself recently, or a big realization I had, is that I didn't gain all the weight overnight. So I'm not gonna lose the weight overnight. You have to put in a lot of hard work. You have to learn so much about yourself, and it's not gonna be easy, but it's so going to be worth it. Last thing I wanna talk about is motivation. Everybody always asks me, how do I stay motivated and how do they get motivated and things like that. Few little tips I have, again, I'll do a whole video if you guys want, is to make a schedule. I've learned from this whole process that I am a planner. For me personally, I like to plan out all my workouts a week in advance, and I kind of work that around my work schedule and when I have meetings and when I need to shoot and things like that. I make working out a very large priority. Obviously, work always comes first, but it is the second priority in my life, other than this one also. Oh wait, my sweet potato fries are ready. Hold on, I'll be back. Chicken. It's actually so good. Also, cook your meals at home. I swear, even if you go get a salad at like Sweet Green or like, I don't know, like a healthy place, even at Whole Foods, you really don't know what's going into the food, and it ends up being so many more calories than if you just made a salad at home, and you save a lot of money, so side tip. But I also love a Sweet Green salad every once in a while. So back to motivation. So as I said, I like to plan out everything in advance. I make it a priority. I totally understand that not everybody has the same lifestyle as me where I'm able to create my schedule. A lot of people have jobs from 9 to 5, or they have kids, they have to work, school, everything like that. I totally understand that. So the biggest tip that I can give is just plan in advance. If you know your schedule, just kind of work it around there, and then once you set it into your schedule, stick with it. If you plan to work out at 5 a.m. in the morning, which I know is ridiculous, since I do that actually pretty often, just because my days can get pretty busy. I wake up in the morning, and without even thinking about it, I roll out of bed, put my workout clothes on, and just get going before I can even like think I don't want to go. I just do it. Again, that's not to say that every morning I do that. I am completely normal and a normal human being who doesn't want to go sometimes. And sometimes I don't go. But for the most part, I just try to do that, push myself, and that keeps me motivated. You will never regret a workout. Once you're done, you're gonna feel so good, your endorphins are running, and you're gonna be so happy that you went. And the biggest question about motivation I get is just like, how do I get my motivation? Things like that. I will say results are the best, easiest form of motivation that I've found. And that's the thing that's honestly been keeping me going for so long without falling off the wagon like I have in the past. And results take time, that's the thing. You just have to stick with it. Even if you're not seeing it, things are happening, I promise. If you're just being honest and true with yourself and really working hard, results will come. Obviously for everybody it's different. If you have more weight to lose and you have a certain sedentary lifestyle, then as soon as you start incorporating some healthy foods and some sort of exercise, it's gonna come off way easier than for someone who's only trying to lose 5 pounds or so, who's already a very fit person. All in all, I will say throughout this whole journey, I learned so much about myself, and I'm still learning so much about myself, and I say this all the time, but it's so true. I learned that I am so much stronger physically and mentally than I had any idea I was. I'm so proud of the point that I'm in right now, and I'm so proud that I'm finally able to accept myself and accept my changes, and also understand that I'm not gonna fully be happy all the time because it took me a really, really long time to get here. I've learned that I have major self-control and willpower and all these great things that I didn't know before. So I'm honestly so genuinely happy, and I can wholeheartedly say this is the best decision that I've ever made in my entire life. And I hope that this video helps out anybody that is also trying. If you guys have any questions, I would love to, answer them down in the comments. Everybody else, we can all like have a nice little chit chat down there. And again, if you guys want any sort of videos, again, with these sort of topics, if you like these chill informational ones, let me know. I'll make more for you. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!